Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is Melody McAllister, and I'm so glad that you joined us today. I have a book chat with one of my friends, an amazing educator and author, Mrs. Alice Aspinall. How are you doing, Alice?
Great, Melody. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
I am doing well. So this is funny. So you are coming in live from Canada. How's the weather there?
It is cold. We got snow yesterday. We had a snow day. So it's, not my thing, but it is what it is. Cold, icy, snowy.
So when you had a snow day, did you actually get to have it? Or so there was no remote learning or anything like that? Like you
There was
just got.
no, there was snow, but we still had remote learning. We did.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Gone are the days with snow days, right? Well,
Yeah.
this is so exciting. I'm so glad you came here. Actually, so the first time I had this book chat, I think you were one of my first guests, and I'm so glad you've come back. And
Awesome. That makes me happy.
yes, and so this is your first book, Everyone Can Learn Math, and some big news for Everyone Can Learn Math is now it's available in Spanish.
Yes. It's available in Spanish. Thank you, EduMatch. And Nicole Biscotti did the translating for that. And I don't have a copy of it yet, unfortunately. But it is available in Spanish on Amazon and other bookstores. So you can check that out.
I'm so excited for you. And I just dropped the link into the comments if anybody's interested in that. But that's amazing. I love that you were able to have it translated. Nicole is an amazing woman. And
She is.
yes, how long did it take, or when did you decide to start going to try to translate it into Spanish?
So actually, Nicole contacted me and asked me if she could work with me on this because she thought that it would be useful to that audience. So she actually approached me, and then we went to EduMatch, and they approved it. And so she really did the legwork for it. I didn't have to do too much, thankfully. And she made it happen. It took just a few months. It wasn't not a very long process. Nicole's pretty amazing. And then Dr. Sarah made it all happen behind the scenes, as she always does.
Heck yes. And I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
to see if there's any comments coming in. But I love this book. And just in case you haven't, if you don't know about this book, this is an amazing book. I've read it with all of my kids. So I think that it's good for different age groups. But and for teachers who have students, and we all do really, when you have students who just find that math, they feel like they're not good at math, they feel like they don't know where to start, this is a really good social emotional learning like story to help them to just kind of dig in and to kind of refer back to and read several times, multiple times, to help build that confidence and understand that everyone can learn math. And I love that everyone, you can find Alice at Everyone Can Learn Math on Instagram, on Twitter it's a little different. Everyone can math. And I have that
Yes.
on the sticker. I just wanted to put that in there because everyone can learn math is an amazing story. And I have it. And that's, is
Thank
there
you.
anything, I'm rushing because I can't wait to talk about something, your newest releases, but is there anything you wanted to say about Everyone Can Learn Math?
No, thank you. The book has been out for a couple of years. I think it's doing really well. It's well received because it is a fictional story about a young girl who thinks she can't do math and that she's not a math person. And she learns that that's not really a thing and that she just needs to put a little practice into it and she can get better at it like anything else in her life. And so I think the story resonates a lot with children and it resonates with adults too, because let's be real, a lot of us need that too because we grew up with a lot of math anxiety. So we're trying to get rid of that now.
I love it. Yes. And I want you to know you sent us some pencils while my second grader was doing her math work. And she's happy. She loves math. She was using that pencil today. And I almost took a picture, but
Hey.
they get tired of me taking pictures of them all the time. So I have to respect their boundaries.
Thanks, Melody. If anyone else wants a pencil, let me know.
Okay, and now for your latest release, I am so excited. I was like, we've got to do a book chat on this. Okay, tell us a little bit. Okay, show us, it flashes the books, and I'm going to let you have full screen in a second. But tell us, like, what inspired you to do this and the process of your new series.
So I have a new series called Look for the Math Around You. It's a 6-book series, and you'll see I've got them, all 6 of them. Sorry, my camera's reversed. All 6 of them here. They are what I'm calling a photo book series. And so each book focuses on a math topic. I'll show you in a second. And each one has 22 photos with page of matching question prompts to start math discussions with your kids to show that we can really find math anywhere around us. So the topics, we have arrays, because I love a good array. I love a good array. You know what I'm going to do,
Alice? I am going to jump down and I am going to let everybody who's watching see the big screen. So let me take this off and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Tell us all about.
Okay, awesome. So this is arrays. If you know me, you know I love a good array because there's so much talk that can happen with the rows and the columns and the addition and multiplication that happens there. And then we have estimation. Estimation is a key skill for logic and reasoning as we get older. We have fractions. We can find fractions everywhere. We have geometry, and geometry focuses on shapes and lines, different kinds of lines. Then I have math chats. So this one's kind of open-ended and talks about a lot of different math topics. So I didn't specify just one. And finally, I have patterns, and that's a good one too, because we all love a good pattern, right? Okay, so each book has 22 photos, and when you open up the book, let me find something good here for us. When you open up the book, you'll see the photo, and then right next to it, the prompt page. And so you get this 2-page spread, really colorful, bold, the font is nice and large, so really appealing for children. And listen, like, I am not a professional photographer, so I'm not even going to pretend that I am. My photos are not like fantastic, but like the point is, this is real life stuff, and we can find math in all sorts of real life scenarios that we find ourselves in when we're going for a walk or when we're going to the store. You know, this is reality for us, but we tend to overlook these moments that we have where we can talk about math with our kids and make them realize that it is all around us, and it doesn't have to be like an intimidating subject in school, because that's not really what we want our kids to think. We want our kids to think that math is fun and we can find it everywhere. So I'm going to show you, I'm just showing you some of the spreads from the different books. So this one's in geometry. So here we're talking about lines, parallel lines, perpendicular lines. Hold on. Here's one talking about circles. And so you see, sometimes I have quite a lot of prompts here in the prompt section, and then other times I just have one sentence. So it really is it's random. It is open-ended. So people keep asking me what the age range for the books is, and I think it's like 6 to 12, but honestly, it could be younger and it could be older, because you take the conversations wherever you want to go, right? Like it could be very complicated and it could be very, very simple for children. So you can use the suggested prompts, but you don't have to use those prompts. And that's the beauty of math and finding those math opportunities everywhere. So the idea, Melody, came from really like my Instagram page is like my Instagram feed, my grid is a multitude of photos that I've just taken of random moments with prompts and how we can talk about math with our kids in that moment. And so I had this idea, like, why can't I put this into writing and give someone a concrete resource to use in home or schools or whatever they want for some ideas. And then those prompts are open-ended. You don't have to ask those questions, but children, if they can read those questions on their own and answer them to themselves or to their friends. Check that one out. That one's like one of my favorites. Hold on.
Should I go?
Can you see the cows?
I didn't hear. Let me go.
Can you see them? They're cows. And so we went, we were out and like on this farm, we saw these cows, and I was like, how many ears, how many feet, how many legs, you know? And hi, Ches. And so, you know, you really can find math everywhere. But I think sometimes people feel intimidated and don't know where to begin. So hopefully with some image examples and with some easy questions, then you can start to go off on your own and be creative and think about those prompts wherever you are. And that's really the goal of the books.
I love that. And, I've been following your Instagram for quite a while. I follow your Facebook page, facebook.com/everyone can learn math. And so I want you to know that you are always in my mind when I'm making lunch. I'm thinking of your pictures. I'm thinking of the different pictures. And I mean, I'm so glad you did this because you say you're not a professional photographer, but I love your pictures. Oh my goodness, especially when you take it of the food you make. Oh my gosh, like you don't even know. Like,
Thank you. Well, no, we can't call it professional because I'm going to offend somebody when they see the blurry zoomed in photos. But I try, and the point is to seize that moment. There's always a moment where you can ask a question, right? And so your kids can say, "Oh wow, math really is everywhere," and I don't just do it on a worksheet in class. Right?
Yeah.
We don't want them to think that.
I was thinking about you yesterday when we were building snowmen, and I was like, dang it, I should have brought the tape measure out because we were joking because my 2-year-old kept taking the head off, and we laughed because we said, he was jealous because it was taller than him. And I thought, what a great opportunity if I'd known where the tape measure was to measure them, because getting comfortable with numbers really is how you like stave off that anxiety. And like you showed a picture of a label, and I caught my husband because he sees me trying to do this with our kids. He's also he had him do this with a cereal label the other day, and started giving him math and health stuff together to understand why we don't let them eat cereal every day, or just like what you look for. So it's very contagious what you're doing, and that's why I love following you, because it helps me to remember that math isn't just a workbook page or problems to be solved. It really is all around us. And I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
it can. Yeah, and that's the foundation, right? And then, of course, we will eventually get into the higher level math, but there's that foundation of just the basic simplicity of math that is everywhere around us.
Right. And math is not your enemy.
No, of course not. It's our friend. We love math. We love math.
We do. And, I was just thinking about, we should stop calling them math problems,
Right. I have this T-shirt that's like a calculator, like solve your own math problems.
Hey, math, grow up and solve your own problems. I love that also. But really, understanding math is really key to. I'm just thinking big problems and little problems, being able to balance your checkbook, thinking about the weather forecasting. I mean, there really is a few places that we can't find math, or maybe there's nowhere we can. I mean, it's an art. It's more than I ever imagined when I was younger.
Yeah, because I don't think we're explicitly told that it is everywhere, but it is. And even if it's just the reasoning skills, that's still math. Right? Logic is really important, of course, as adults.
Yeah.
So that's part of math.
And your kids really, really, really get into math too. Like you've helped them to kind of like have that math mindset.
Yeah, so far they do. They love doing math. We play math games. We create math games. We play math board games. So far, yes. And so they're young, right? Like my daughter's in grade 3, my oldest. So I know that they're very young. And so there's a lot of time for them to not like what we do. But for now, they really do enjoy our math talks and our math games all the time. They love it.
I have a feeling that they're always going to enjoy it because
I hope so.
Yeah, they have you as a mom. Come on.
I try. I really hope that they feel that way, but they do. They find math everywhere. My son talks about in school that they do. Shout out to his kindergarten teacher. She does great work, and they do Where's the Math at school. So they do love it. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it all the time.
I love that. And I mean, I'm thinking too, I can't wait to hold your books, and I want all of them. So I want to buy all of them at once because I don't want to feel like I can't refer to any, each and every one of them when I want. But I'm thinking my own kids, they love having the iPad, taking pictures. And when we find math, or just, hey, today's math is go and find it wherever in the house or the yard that you can, and then report back to me. And there you go. There you have it, folks. There's math for today.
It's a great idea. I love that. And even if you never look at that photo again, it's the validation of it, right? Let them take the picture of what they see and explain it. because they feel valuable in that moment and like what they see is important. And you may never look at that picture again, but I think it's worthwhile.
I'm thinking like if we have your books, this is how my brain works. And then I love the Book Creator app. We can take those pictures and make our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I love that idea because like this is finite, right? Like each one has 22 photos and then that's it, right? Now, I think that you can have endless conversations beyond the prompts, of course, but imagine if you made your own set and you had those printed, and it's so easy to do nowadays and cheap to print your own made book, right?
Yes.
I love that idea. You just keep adding to the collection.
Heck yeah. And it could be infinite. I love that. Then there's your infinite and finite conversation right there.
You're right. You're right.
Cool. And I just want to say congratulations to you for this latest. I mean, and you still have more work coming out. Like you're not done writing.
Yeah, right? No, I'm working on sort of the sequel to Everyone Can Learn Math. I guess same characters, different storyline, called Let's Explore Math. And that should be out in sometime in April through EduMatch. And so, you never know what's to come. I should shout out for look for the math around you. Hold on, let me get a dark one so it shows up. I'll shout out Codebreaker because they made these possible. So thank you to Codebreaker team for doing that. Brian and Daphne, thank you. Because I approached them with this idea and they totally went with it and made it happen very quickly, as long as I put it together and they made it happen. So I am grateful to that too, that they see the vision. Right. I have to be grateful for all the people who see my vision and don't think I'm,
Yeah. So I have to say the Codebreaker, they're putting out some great books right now and they're just like, they're turning them around. So congratulations to Codebreaker, to the Aspinalls all around, and actually is it codebreaker.com that people can find all of the different books, including yours?
Oh my goodness. Is it codebreaker.com or hold on, codebreakeredu.com.
Okay. I can put that in the comments.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Because they do have a lot of they have children's books and educational books, for sure, like PD type books. So they've got a really good assortment.
Awesome. So I put that in the comments and they've got a variety of books. Yes. And I'm so congratulations to you, to them. And I love that you have found support to find, it's not hard to support your vision because it is very inclusive to everybody. And it's just great storylines. And I'm just curious, because you talked about it, their sequel to Everyone Can Learn Math. Is the main character going, or are you pulling out some of the other characters? Can you tell us just a little bit? I'm sorry,
yes.
I want to know.
Yeah, same. So Amy is the main character. She's still in there. She's still doubting herself and her math abilities. She has her same friends with there's another couple new friends in there. And it's a 4-part short story where they're exploring math. So there's more math in the next one. There's a lot more math, and the friends explore math concepts. So they explore multiplication and fractions and money in a 4-part little book. So it's 4 mini stories in one. It's fun.
I love it.
It's fun. There's a lot of math in it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited about it. It's a little different, and the math is embedded in there, and I think you'll like the photos with the math. It looks pretty cool.
Is it the same illustrator?
Yes, same illustrators. Alexandria is in there. Yes.
Awesome. I was just going to say, I'm going to get it. Of course, every book that you put out, I will be getting. So
thank you, Melody. Melody, you're such a big supporter of all authors and all of our initiatives. Thank you.
All of the good ones anyway. No, thank you. Thank you. Congratulations again, Alice. He says fantastic. And you're welcome. I love doing this. This is really easy to celebrate such amazing people. And I mean, I was going to go in hiding for the holidays, but I tell you, when you've got talented friends putting out amazing things, you're just like, how can I not jump on this right now? So I was just so happy to see your books come out. I'll be even happier to hold them in my hands and explore them with my children. And I'm looking forward to that. And for anybody who's like, where can I get this? I will drop the code again. Hopefully it's, here. I'm going to drop it in the comments. And you can go to bit.ly/Alice Aspinall. And I think this will take you to all of her books. And
yes, including Everyone Can Learn Math and the Spanish version, Todos pueden aprender matemática.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
like it's like, I don't know if I said that right, but I speak Portuguese, but Spanish is a close second, maybe close
Yeah.
sibling.
I love it. And how often do you, I know this is completely off topic, but how often
That's
do you
okay.
get to Portuguese?
Portuguese is my first language. I still speak only Portuguese to my parents.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of my other family members too.
That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, my parents are immigrants, and that was my first language. Yeah, so I very frequently still speak it. Sometimes I stutter because my mind is thinking about two different languages.
Wow, that's intense. And
Yeah.
do you teach it to your kids? Are you teaching them Portuguese?
It's I'm embarrassed to say not much. They know some words. They know like words and stuff for sure, but they're not fluent. But my husband's not Portuguese. It's kind of difficult. But I'm embarrassed about that.
Don't be embarrassed. Oh my gosh, you've got nothing to be embarrassed about.
They should, yeah, they know some words.
Yeah, and that's great. You don't have to be embarrassed. And I definitely don't want you to feel embarrassed. Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you listen, Alice puts out stuff almost every day. So if you want to follow her work on Twitter, you can find her at Everyone Can Math. But on Instagram and everywhere else, it's Everyone Can Learn Math. Darn Twitter for always limiting our characters, but whatever. We still love it.
Great.
And I love your Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Everyone Can Learn Math. It's just very relevant. You have made math approachable. You've made it relevant. You've made it fun. And you've taken like a lot of the just problematic issues out of it, because like your new series says, math is all around us. And I think that's something that if we could help our math mindsets develop a little bit more, is seeing that it's not just in workbooks where we're doing all these algorithms that sometimes don't make any sense to us at all. I mean, there's just so much more to math. And I have to say that there's quite a few mathematicians in my life now, and have opened my eyes to so many incredible aspects of math that we didn't necessarily learn in school. And I feel like you guys are kind of like taking us there. Like maybe this is going to, maybe it's going to be shifting in our curriculum where we actually are open to seeing that math is not confined to workbooks. So I love that about you guys.
I hope so. So many people are working hard on this right now, and we keep seeing those stereotypes being put into media and stuff, and it's not good. It's not helping the cause. But there are a lot of people really working hard to make math more relevant, more approachable, more accessible to everybody, and stop the gatekeeping.
Right. And that reminded me, last week we all got mad at AT&T for putting that.
I know. We were so mad at AT&T.
Like what the H, AT&T? Everybody can do math, girls included. Oh my gosh, that is so archaic to think that, to even go to that. Yes.
I know they didn't know what they were getting themselves into when they ran that ad. All of math Twitter was against them, I think.
That's right. And following your work, is there anything that you want to add that I didn't add about following your work?
No, I think you got everything. Check out my website, everyonecanlearnmath.com, and that'll take you to all of the social media. Also, I do post frequently, I won't say daily, but very frequently, always new ideas, pictures to talk about, and prompts to help you start that math conversation with your kids, because we can all do it. Even if you don't think you can, you can.
And sometimes it's us as parents and adults that are helping children to understand that we have to undo some of that, harmful learning that we have, stereotype math in our own minds. And that's what I love following you. You have really helped me to undo a lot of that. So I appreciate it, Alice.
Oh, thank you, Melody. That means so much to me. Getting to know you, and your friendship has been awesome. And you're doing really good things. So that means a lot to me.
You're so sweet to say that. But I keep forgetting to congratulate you. You've been like #1 in release, all 6 of your books in Amazon Canada, right?
Yeah. Amazon.ca. Yes, we've been top 6 for, it's been out for a little over a week, and I think it's doing well. The whole series. Yeah. The 6 books seem to be doing well. And people keep asking me which one, if I can only get one, because it's hard to get to 6 books, right? Like it's a lot, and I don't blame you. They keep asking which one should we get. So I've been recommending Math Chats as the first one because it doesn't specify a topic, so it's kind of open-ended and goes in all directions. But I really like arrays. It's my favorite one.
I love that.
If I'm being honest, I love a good array. I mean, like, look, come on, look at these arrays. Those are
pretty awesome.
That's Gatorade bottles I found in a grocery store. It's so
love
good.
it. You're always looking for arrays. That is so cool.
I stopped at the gas station the other day and took a photo of their display outside. People must think I'm just crazy. Like, why is that woman taking pictures of our displays? This is what I do.
I love it. No, it's great. And it's something that, all of us can do when we start developing that love and appreciation for arrays and other math topics. That's so cool. Thank you for joining us today. I always love talking with you, Alice. And one day I'm going to get to hug your neck in real life. But,
so.
virtually, I'm hugging you right now virtually.
Sooner than later, I hope that will be very possible, that we can see each other in real life.
Yes, and have a book chat face-to-face. So thank you, everybody who's tuned in today, whether it was on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. We appreciate you so much. I'm going to flash. I'm going to flash the. I'm so sorry. Like my brain just stopped. The website to get your books. I'm going to flash that one more time. bit.ly/Alice Aspinall. That'll take you to all of her wonderful books. And I look forward to having every single one of your books, because we love them. My kids love them. And so thank you for all you're doing. And I'm so glad that you didn't stop writing, because the world needs more Alice Aspinall.
You're so sweet. Thank you, Melody. You rock. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Yes. Everybody have a great and safe holiday. And I'll see you in January. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a surprise book chat again. Who knows? I've got so many talented friends. But y'all take care and be safe. And Alice, bye-bye.
Thanks, Melody.